So we're going to be continuing to talk today about probability of compound events. And in the example below, we're going to be answering a couple of questions, and we're going to be using a tree diagram to help us answer these questions. So the question is going to read, a neighboring family just welcomed their third child. It turns out that all three of the children in this family are girls, and they are not twins or triplets. Suppose that for each birth, the probability of a boy birth is 0.5, and the probability of a girl birth is also 0.5. What are the chances of having 3 girls in a family's first 3 births? So a couple important things to note, and the first thing we should know is, well, what is it asking us? And then once again, it's going to ask us, what are the chances of having 3 girls in a family's first 3 births? Now, I do want to highlight something else. It's going to be important they tell us a boy birth is 0.5, there's a 50% chance, and same idea for a girl, a 50% chance. So that's important because it tells us the probability of a boy and a girl are the same, both 50%. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to set up a tree diagram to represent these possible outcomes. So there's 3 children, and we want to do a tree diagram for kind of each possible outcome. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start my tree diagram off, and I'm going to put a dot just to represent the start of my tree diagram. Now notice above I have first child, second child, third child, and then eventually I'll list my outcomes. So each section of my tree diagram will be corresponding to one of those titles. So let's start with the first child. And the first child, well, there's 2 options. And what are those options? Well, it's 50% chance of a boy, a 50% chance of a girl. We have, once again, boy, and then girl for the first child. So we'll use a tree diagram. That branch represents the possible outcomes. Now, what about the second child? Well, if it's a boy, there's 2 options for that second child. It could be a boy again, or it could be a girl. So once again, we could have a boy again, or a girl. Now, if it's a girl, well, similar idea. There could be a boy again, or it could be another girl. Now for the third child, once again, a couple options. And if we had 2 boys, well, once again, it could be a boy again. And another option would be a girl. So this is for our third child. And then, similar idea, if we had a girl, from there could be 2 options. And it could be boy, or it could be girl. And we'll keep filling this out. So once again, we could have boy or girl. And last but not least, boy or girl. So those represent each of the outcomes. So we have first child, second child, and third child. And let's take a second and list the possible outcomes. So remember, when we're listing the outcomes, we're kind of counting the different outcomes. So we'll start off, and let's look at those blue, blue, blue. So we have boy, boy, boy. So one outcome, and kind of the top of our tree diagram, would be boy, boy, boy. And let's think of another possible outcome. Well, it could go boy, boy, girl. So we could end up with boy, boy, girl. How about another possible outcome? Well, we could go boy, girl, boy. So once again, it could go boy, girl, boy. And how about another outcome? Well, boy, girl, girl. So we have that boy, girl, girl. So now we're just listing these outcomes, and you might be getting the hang of it. So we have that girl, boy, boy. So we go girl, boy, boy. There's girl, boy, girl. So there's girl, boy, girl. And then there's girl, girl, boy. Girl, girl, boy. And we're almost there. Looks like we have one more. And that last option is actually the one that's going to be helpful, is that girl, girl, girl. Girl, girl, girl. So we have, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 options. And it makes sense because notice for the first child, there's 2 options. Second child, 2 options. And third child, 2 options. Remember to find the possible outcomes. The total possible outcomes we multiply. 2 times 2 times 2 would give us 8 outcomes. So we're expecting those 8 outcomes. Now question 1 is going to ask us to write in the probabilities of each stage's outcome in the tree diagram you developed above. So all that means is above we want to write in what's the probability of having a boy and a girl. Well, starting off with the first child, having a boy it's 0.5 and having a girl it's 0.5. So we're just writing in these probabilities. The second child, the probabilities stay the same, so it's kind of nice, we don't have to worry about changing it. 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5. And for the third child, it's 0.5 times 0.5. We have 0.5 again, 0.5 again. So once again, we're just writing in the probabilities of having a boy or girl, and it's 0.5 throughout. It's just going to help us later on when we have to find what's the probability of having a girl, 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 just to see those probabilities in our tree diagram. So question 2 is going to ask us, what is the probabilities for each of the 8 possible birth outcomes? And we have our 8 birth outcomes listed to the right. Let's add them in our table, and then let's figure out the probability. So we have our outcomes listed in our table. Now let's look at the probability. So what's the probability of having boy, boy, boy? Well, it's a 0.5 chance for each a boy, and a boy. So to find that probability, I'm just going to multiply 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5. And that'll give me the probability. And once again, it's nice that we listed those probabilities because notice I can just see below, multiply 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5 on the top. And we actually forgot to add that one in. Times 0.5 on the top. And that'll give us our probabilities. So in order to get that probability, we're going to once again do 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5, and that would give us 0.125. So we end up with 0.125 for the probability. And let's do one more together. How about boy, boy, girl? Well, once again, boy 0.5 chance, boy 0.5 chance, girl 0.5 chance. Multiply them together, you get 0.125. So we're finding the probability of that scenario, boy, boy, girl. And you might say, wait, aren't they all 0.5? And they are all a 0.5 chance, meaning this is actually going to be the same throughout. So this 0.125 is actually going to be consistent throughout our table, which works out nice for us. So it would be a 0.125 chance throughout for all 8 of these scenarios. And the question at the beginning asked us, what's the probability of a family having 3 girls? Well, once again, we kind of figured that out, but if we didn't know that, to solve this, once again, we do 0.5, 50% chance of having a girl the first child, the second child, and the third child, multiply them together, and we get 0.125, which we kind of knew from before. So that would be the probability of having 3 girls in this situation.